Just incredible. Well, this is new at 8. We're taking a look at the connection President Jimmy Carter has to Massachusetts. Of course, over the weekend, the former president entered hospice care. WBZ's Juli McDonald is live in Clinton, where he visited back in 1977 and even stayed the night, Julie.
Yeah, Chris. So the president didn't know the family who lived here in March 1977, but the Secret Service liked how set back the house was from the road and that it could fit several cars in the driveway. They knocked on the door and asked if the couple and their children who lived there could host the president for the night. Now, the house is currently being renovated, but the current owners kindly invited us in.
When we were looking at the house, my wife and I considered this to be a real gem.
And that was even before Dan Tenori learned of the presidential history this home in Clinton holds. The current third owner of this more than 130-year-old house bought it from the Thompson family, who humbly hosted President Jimmy Carter during his first Meet the People tour in 1977.
Thompson, what they talk about is that President Carter didn't want to disrupt family life as best he could. They picked this house knowing that there was a wall here. The Secret Service could set up here. He could sit at the family dining room. He could sit in the living room. He could talk with the family without throwing their lives out of kilter. He wouldn't take the master bedroom. He slept in a guest room.
I don't claim to know all the answers, but you know, I want the American people to know that there's a partnership.
The overnight stay came after a packed town hall-style meeting with several hundred seated inside and even bigger crowds lining the sidewalks. All the excitement led to some tardiness for the Thompson kids the next morning, the president seeking their pardon.
To teacher from Jimmy Carter, please excuse Jane for being late. She had a guest in her home. 3/17/77.
As the nation now reflects on a legacy of service, Dan Tenori marvels over the evening the president rested right here.
Somebody who was in the position to say something and who people wanted to hear. So yeah, there's an awful lot to be said for President Carter.
And President Jimmy Carter never forgot this family's hospitality. I did see some framed copies of White House correspondence. The president even sending a letter of sympathy to the Thompson children when their parents later passed away. Live in Clinton tonight, I'm Juli McDonald, WBZ News.